Hi, English learners. Today we're going to look at lessons 3 and 4 in this book. 400 must-have words for the TOEFL. Okay, so by this point you should be finished lessons 1 and lessons 2. Okay, so make sure you know those words. Okay, I want you to know them and know them well. How to use these words. Okay, their meaning before lesson 3. Okay, now other advice. You can get this piece of paper down below, okay? You can print it, and then when you listen to me, you can do some writing, okay? So, first thing, we're going to pronounce these words, okay? And then we'll look at their meanings, okay? So when I say these words, you say these words, okay? Say them loud, okay? Maybe you're in your house by yourself. It's okay. But if you're going to learn English, you have to speak, okay? So, say these words. There's lots of V sounds, okay? So be careful. V. Chapter 3, word number 1, adapt. Adapt. Number 2, diverse. Okay, make sure V. Diverse. Evolve. Evolve. 2 V's, okay? Feature. Feature. Make sure that that T sound has a ch, okay? Feature. Number 5, generation. Generation. Number 6, inherent. Inherent. Number 7, migration. Migration. Number 8, physical. Physical. Number 9, process. Process. And number 10, survive. Survive. Okay, make sure the V sound. Say it. Survive. Okay? One more time, quickly. Adapt, diverse, evolve, feature, generation, inherent, migration, physical, process, and survive. Chapter 4. Number 1, constraint. Constraint. Number 2, contamination. Contamination. Number 3, deplete. Deplete. Okay, be careful. It's not delete. Okay, it's not quite there. There's a P in this one. Deplete. Number 4, dispose of. Dispose of. Number 5, elementally. Elementally. Number 6, emission. Emission. Number 7, extinction. Shun. Okay, extinction. Number 8, this word is French, okay? Reservoir. Reservoir. Number 9, shrink. Shrink. And number 10 is stable. Stable. Okay? So, again, constraint, contamination, deplete, dispose of, elementally, emission, extinction, reservoir, shrink, and stable. Stable. Okay? So now let's look at these words, okay? So now's the time where you can do some writing. So word number 1 is adapt. Adapt, okay? Adapt means that you change your way. Change your way, okay? And we often say adapt to new things, okay? So when I was in grade 8 and grade 9, my high school started at 9 a.m. It was really good, 9 a.m. And then later, grade 10, I think, my schools changed their schedule, and my class started at 8:05. It was really difficult. I had to wake up an hour earlier, okay? But I adapted to the new schedule, okay? If you live in Hawaii and then you move to Alaska, you will adapt to the weather, okay? The weather will be very different in Alaska. So you have to adapt to a new situation, okay? Number 2 is diverse. Diverse, okay? So diverse means there's many kinds of something, okay? So if we say like Toronto in Canada, Toronto is a diverse city, It means people live in Toronto and they come from everywhere. People come that speak French. There's Spanish people who go there. There are people who speak Urdu and Chinese, Mandarin. There's Japanese speakers there. There's every language in Toronto. It's great for restaurants and it's a really interesting city, okay? So we'll say it's a very diverse city, okay? You can have a diverse society, a diverse country, okay? If an artist paints for many, many years, and when he's a young person, he paints trees, and when he's older, he paints people and stuff like that, and very different style. We'll say it's stylistically diverse, okay, with a ly, stylistically diverse, okay. So it just means many different kinds, many different kinds. Number 3, evolve, okay. Evolve is a little bit like adapt, okay? But this is adapt means like a person or an animal will adapt, okay? Evolve means that an animal adapts and adapts and adapts, and more babies, and the babies adapt, and then they have babies, and the babies adapt, and then they evolve and they change, okay? So maybe a long time ago in Africa, there was just a deer, the animal, a deer, okay? And the deer had to stretch its neck and eat the leaves, okay? And then they changed, and they had to reach for more leaves, and the other shorter deer didn't eat the leaves, and they died. And then later, after a long time, we have giraffes, okay? So we'll say they evolved, okay? Now you can also say evolved into, okay? So evolved into. So you say a mixture of languages in England 800 years ago evolved into modern English. Okay, so maybe 800 years ago there's a lot of French, some Latin, some Gaelic, some other languages in England, and they all mixed together, and now we have modern English. Okay, you can say Italian evolved from Latin. Okay, so this way we're going backwards, okay? So we'll say dogs. Dogs evolved from wolves. So the wolf came first, and then long time after came dogs. Dogs evolved from wolves, okay? Or if you go the other way, you say some wolves evolved into dogs, okay? So if you're going this way, evolve into, closer to now. If you're going backwards, we say dogs evolved from wolves. Okay? Okay, number 4, feature. Okay? So feature means a special thing. Okay? So maybe I'm very famous for my big nose. Okay? I don't know if it's very big. But we'll say, oh, that's a good feature. Everyone knows my nose. Or maybe someone has very beautiful eyes, like this. We'll say, oh, her eyes are beautiful. Her eyes are her best feature. Okay? So it means like a special part of this animal. So a giraffe, what is a giraffe's most famous feature? Its neck. Okay? What about a zebra? A zebra, what feature do you think about when you think about zebras? The black and white stripes, okay? So that's the zebra's special feature, okay? Lots of animals have special features, okay? Good. Number 5, generation. A generation. Generation means like a different age group, okay? So my mom is a different generation than me, okay? But my mom and my aunt and my uncle are the same generation. They are born very close together, okay? So probably if you're studying English, you are a younger generation than me, okay? But if you're older and you're studying English, that's also okay, okay? The generation is like a group of people, and their birthdays all very similar, okay? So you people today, you are the computer generation. Okay. When I was young, most people didn't have computers. The world had computers, but computers in people's houses was like a new idea. Okay. Now we have computers in our pocket with a phone. Okay. So you guys are the computer generation or the internet generation. Okay. Inherent. Inherent means something is a natural part. Okay, so maybe I'm really angry because I have lots of white hair. Okay, but we'll say getting older is inherent in life. Okay, all of us are getting older. Even young people, you're getting older every day, one day older. Okay, and maybe you don't like that, but it's natural. It's the natural thing. Getting older is inherent to life. Okay, we all get older. Okay, maybe I'm a teacher and I hate marking my students' work, and always, oh, bad one, like this. And I think this job is very boring. Okay, but we'll say marking, teachers marking, is inherent for a teacher. Teachers do it. It's a natural part of being a teacher, okay? So we use this word inherent. It means it's part of it. It's part of that job or that life, okay? So inherent. Migration. Migration means moving of animals or people, okay? So maybe in June and July, some beautiful birds are in America or Canada, okay? But in November, December, they don't like to be in Canada or America. So maybe they will fly to Mexico, okay? This is a migration. Migration, they're moving all the way to Mexico, okay? Butterflies do it, okay? This is called migration. They are migrating, okay? That's the verb. They're migrating to Mexico, okay? Moving to Mexico. And next summer, they will come back. They'll come back to Canada, okay? Now, people can migrate as well, okay? Some long time ago, people would move with the animals, okay? This is migration. Now, if I decide to move to another country, maybe I think, oh, Canada's so cold. I will move to Brazil, okay? I will be an immigrant, okay? I am immigrant, I-M-M-I-G-R-A-N-T, okay? I migrated to Brazil. I'm an immigrant, okay? I'm moving there. Physical. Physical means about your body. About your body, okay? Physical. Physical education means PE class. It's the time in school when you go outside and run, that kind of stuff, okay? This is physical education, okay? If you say to somebody, hey, Frank has a problem. You go, oh, is it an emotional problem or is it a physical problem? Okay, emotional problem means like he's sad. Maybe his girlfriend broke up with him. Okay, a physical problem means maybe he hurt himself. He hurt his arm. He fell down riding a bike. Okay, that's a physical problem. Okay, so physical problem or emotional problem. Okay, process. Okay, process. Often we have this word and it will be process of doing something. The process of moving. The process of building a new house, okay? It means like the method and the way we do it. First, if you want to build a new house, buy the land, cut down the trees, dig, put up the walls, like this. This is the process of building a new house, okay? Now, because of the verb will have ing, okay? The process of building a house. The process of moving, okay? So ing. Number 10, survive. It means to live, okay? But there is a small difference. When we say survive, you have to live in something difficult, okay? If you walk to the store and come back, you're like, oh, I survived. Okay, you can't say that, okay? Because going to the store and coming back, there's very little danger in it. But if you're unlucky and you live in a war, now you can say survive. I survived, okay? If there's a famine, remember old vocabulary. If there's a famine or a bad flood, okay? And many people died. Now you can say, oh, I survived, okay? Good. That's chapter 3. Chapter 4. First word is constraint. Constraint is something that's holding you back, okay? Something that's stopping you. When you're driving and you have a seatbelt, that's a constraint. Okay, the seatbelt is constraining you. Okay, so this is called a constraint. Okay, maybe two people want to get in a fight. Okay, like this, and they're angry. And then two teachers come, and they hug them, and they're like, go away, no fighting. The teacher is constraining the student. Okay, it means holding them. The students are like, let me go, I want to fight. But the teacher is constraining them, stopping them. Okay, so constraint is something that's stopping you. Okay. Number 2, contamination. Contamination means it's something and it will make something dirty or make something sick. Okay, so for example, if I achoo, oh, hi, my name's Daryl, and you touch my hand, bad idea. You say, Daryl, go wash your hands. Your hand is contaminated. It has contamination on it. My hand's dirty, and if you touch it, and then you do like this and breathe, maybe you'll be sick, okay? Because I have a bad habit, okay? My hand is contaminated. So you make something dirty, okay? Contamination. So contaminate and contamination, okay? There is another noun, contaminant. That's the dirty thing. The germs are the contaminant, okay? So contamination, contaminate is a verb, and contaminant is the thing doing the bad thing. Okay, deplete. Deplete means you use something and then it's going to be gone, okay? So maybe you're talking on your phone and then all of a sudden, no more energy, okay? We will say the electricity, the battery is depleted, okay? No more power, no more electricity. This is depleted, okay? Now, scientists tell us that the Earth has only a little bit of oil, okay? And every day we're using more. We're depleting the oil, okay? Slowly gone. This is depleted, okay? So it means you're using it all up. Using it until it's gone, okay? Deplete. Dispose of. Dispose of means you put something in the garbage, okay? Throw away. If you know the word throw away. Throw it away. Now, no one, if you're talking with friends and you're like, oh, here's some garbage, you say, oh, throw it away, there. No one will say dispose of it, there. Dispose of is a really high-level word, okay? But you'll see it in newspapers and maybe at school they'll say dispose of it. Now, a factory maybe makes a lot of pollution, okay? So where do they dispose of it? Do they dispose of the pollution in the water or in the air? Then it makes everything dirty, right? So disposing of pollution is a really big problem, okay? Elementally means that something is kind of in the easiest form, okay? So like if you have math problems with math, maybe your teacher says, you have to go back and learn arithmetic, plus 2 plus 2, okay? This is arithmetic. Why? Your math teacher will say, oh, arithmetic is elemental to math. It's the starting point. It's the beginning point, okay? It's the origin. Things like this we say are elemental or elementally, okay? So for reading, you have to learn your letters, okay? If you don't know the letters and the sounds, then you're going to have a very difficult time reading, okay? So the letters are elemental to reading, okay? The basic part, the starting point. Okay, emission number 6. Emission, it means put out into nature, okay? So maybe the factory is polluting, okay? We'll say it is emitting some chemical, emitting CO2, okay? Emitting poison. Maybe they're putting dirty water into the lake. We'll say, oh, that factory is making all of us sick. They are emitting poison, okay? So we say emission. The emission of CO2. The emission of CO2 is making the world hotter. The emission of something is doing something. Okay? Emission. Number 7, extinction. Sad word. Extinction is when all the animals die. Okay, so they are extinct. Okay, and that's an adjective. Okay, so the dinosaurs are extinct. Panda bears. Panda bears are almost extinct, but we're trying to help them. We're trying to help them. We want them to survive. Okay. Extinction. Yeah, extinction is the noun. Okay, so we don't want panda bear extinction. Okay, where I live in Canada, there's been lots of birds and frogs and lots of animals that have become extinct. They have become extinct, okay? So it's a little bit sad when the world loses these animals, okay? Lots of plants too. Yes, all of us have to do better, okay? Watching the earth. Reservoir, reservoir, okay? Reservoir, if you know the word dam, a water dam, maybe there's a mountain with water coming down it, and they build a big wall here, and then the water goes up, 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 and they put it out, and they make electricity, okay? This is kind of a reservoir. It's something holding something, okay? Now a bear will sleep all winter, okay? But before the winter, they will eat, and become fat. Why? They need that fat in the winter time because they don't eat in the winter time, okay? And they use that fat. That fat is a reservoir for energy, okay? Okay, this video is over 20 minutes long, so I apologize. We're gonna do the last two. Shrink. Shrink means to get smaller, okay? If you wash your clothes in really hot water or hot dryer, your clothes will shrink. Or maybe you're getting fatter, okay? But things means get smaller, okay? If the oceans go higher, the land will shrink, okay? My hair up here is shrinking. Soon it'll be here and here, okay? So my hair is shrinking. And then the last word, stable, okay? So stable means that it's not changing. Okay? If you live in Canada and then next year go to America and then 2 years later you move to China and then after that you move to Australia, your life is not stable. Okay? Maybe you have a friend who lived in Canada for 10 years, never moved. That's very stable life. Okay? A table can be very stable. Okay? But if you touch it and the table, we'll say it's not stable. Okay? Okay, this video is longer than I was expecting, but do your best, okay? These words are quite useful. Use them in sentences. Do the homework. Get ready for the test, okay? Take care. Goodbye.